By now, most everyone has heard of the horrific school shooting in Parkland, Florida. And at tragic times like these, we see a lot of false information coming out initially. Sometimes a news organization rushes to be first with a detail, calling it a new development. Or sometimes something that's merely a rumor gains some traction, only to be debunked later when better information is available. And sometimes people manufacture things to gain traffic or serve an agenda. It's always a good policy to be skeptical of anything that you see online in the immediate aftermath of a tragedy. And that is what Warner Todd Houston is counseling here. He is saying that this picture has been going around as the shooter, but it's actually an image that's been on 4chan for quite a while. And if this was the shooter, we would not expect to see this image as a familiar one. It wouldn't show up again and again in conversations like that. So we'll test that theory. We don't have to take Warner's word for it. We can look it up ourselves. And the first image that comes up, or the first thing that comes up, is this t-shirt. This is the site where the t-shirt comes from. So you can see that one's there. We scroll down a bit and we find this thread. This thread at 4chan, as Warner said, has this image, and it's from Monday the 12th. So there's another instance of it I can see right here on a different board. And if we scroll down here just a bit, there it is again. And this one looks like it was posted February 10th, Saturday. So it would be very odd to see that image pop up again with other people sharing it unconnected to the shooting. But all of a sudden, it looks like it's a really good image to use to people who want to say that this is a communist agitator, kind of label him ahead of the facts. So we know his name, and we can look it up. So if we take his name that they've actually identified to him, and we go and put that in the search engine, we could probably look for some stories that come out with him. There's a picture of him. So BBC has one. This is him on the ground. New York Times, Time. I think I've looked at a NBC article. Let's take a look at this BBC one. This is his picture here. Now, an image search doesn't necessarily help us here all the time. This one comes up with Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason. That is incredibly weird. Down here, we have more of the stories that are involved with his picture, but they're in Spanish, it looks like. So that image search didn't help us here, but this is BBC putting out this image. It looks like it might be him. You can look at these two pictures side by side. Let me pull up the other one. And there are some facial similarities, but you'd have to study really hard to make these two images seem like the same person. So just because somebody's saying that this is the shooter, you can check for yourself and look at other sites and see this is a different picture, and maybe be a little skeptical about what they're saying about him right away. It's not that he didn't do a horrible thing. He absolutely did. But let's have our facts straight about the events that happened ahead and the beliefs that he might have. We should be honest about that in order to have an honest conversation about the issue at hand.